your baby is lying there, perfectly content. And then without any warning, they begin climbing on you. Not beside you, not near you, on your chest, on your stomach, on your face if they can reach it. They press their entire body into yours with a physical urgency that feels almost desperate, and you probably laughed, or moved them gently off, or assumed it was simply a baby being a baby. But here is what nobody tells you about that moment. That specific behavior is one of the most neurologically sophisticated things your baby's developing nervous system knows how to do. And what it is communicating is far more important than most parents ever realize. Because your baby is not climbing on you. Your baby is doing something their biology has been designed to do for millions of years. And once you understand what is actually happening, you will never see that moment the same way again. Here is the first thing the research reveals, and it is the one that will make you rethink every time you have used the word clingy. When your baby climbs onto your body, they are not being needy. They are not being demanding. They are doing something their nervous system biologically requires in order to function. In the first year of life, babies cannot regulate their own physiological state, their heart rate, their cortisol levels, their body temperature, their breathing. None of these systems are mature enough to self-manage. They need what developmental neuroscientists call an external regulator. And that external regulator is you. Harvard Center on the Developing Child describes this as co-regulation, the biological mechanism through which a caregiver's calm, regulated nervous system literally helps organize a baby's dysregulated one. When your baby presses their body against yours, your heartbeat slows theirs. Your breathing pattern influences theirs. Your body temperature stabilizes theirs. This is not a metaphor. This is measurable, documented physiology. A study published in the journal Biological Psychiatry found that infants who had consistent physical contact with their caregivers showed significantly lower cortisol levels and more stable autonomic nervous system responses than infants whose physical contact was limited. Their bodies were measurably calmer because your body was teaching them how to be calm. So when your baby climbs on you, they are doing exactly what their biology designed them to do. They are using you as the external nervous system they have not yet built for themselves. And every time you receive that reaching with warmth, you are completing a physiological process their body cannot complete alone. Now here is the part that stops most parents completely. There is something your baby heard for 9 months before they ever heard your voice clearly, before they saw your face, before they knew your smell. They knew your heartbeat. Every moment of stillness, every hour of sleep, every second inside the womb was organized around that single rhythm. And then birth happened, and suddenly that rhythm was gone. When your baby climbs onto your chest specifically, they are finding it again. Research on the kangaroo care effect found that skin-to-skin contact with a mother's chest produced measurable reductions in infant stress, improved sleep architecture, better weight gain, and stronger early brain development. The mechanism is the heartbeat. The same rhythm that organized their entire world for 9 months is still organizing it now. When they are on your chest, their brain registers something it recognizes at the deepest possible neurological level. Safety, familiarity, home. This is why a baby who is crying will calm faster on your chest than anywhere else on earth. It is about a rhythm their nervous system memorized before they were born. And it is still the most stabilizing sound they have ever known. But here is where it gets even more fascinating. Around 8 to 10 months, something shifts in how your baby seeks physical contact. It becomes less random and more deliberate. They do not just climb on you. They climb on you and immediately look at your face. They make physical contact and then check your expression with unmistakable purpose. Developmental psychologists call this social referencing, the behavior of using a caregiver's emotional response as direct information about how to interpret the world. Your baby climbs on you and then reads your face to answer a question their brain is constantly asking. Is this safe? Are you calm? Is the world okay right now? A study from the University of California found that infants as young as 8 months modified their own emotional responses based entirely on the facial expression of their caregiver. When the caregiver looked calm and warm, babies relaxed. When the caregiver looked anxious or distracted, babies became unsettled even in objectively safe situations. Your face at the moment your baby climbs on you is part of what they came for. The physical contact is the question. Your expression is the answer. When you look down at them with warmth and ease, you are telling their nervous system yes. We are safe. The world is okay. I am here. There is also something happening that most parents completely misunderstand because it looks like regression, but is actually the opposite. For the first several months of life, your baby does not understand object permanence. When you leave the room, you do not simply go somewhere else. From inside your baby's brain, you stop existing entirely. There is no mental model that says she is in the kitchen, she will be back. There is only she was here, and now there is nothing. When your baby climbs onto your body, part of what they are doing is confirming that you are still real, still warm, still solid, still continuous. The physical contact is not only about comfort, it is about verification. You exist. I can feel you. The world has not become chaos. Research on separation anxiety consistently shows that the babies who are most physically seeking during this period are not the insecurely attached ones. They are the ones whose brains are actively building the most sophisticated cognitive model of all, that the people they love continue to exist even when they cannot be seen. Your baby is not needy. Your baby is building the neurological architecture for trust itself. And you are the material they are building it from. Every single time you receive your baby's physical reaching, every time you let them climb on you and hold them instead of redirecting, you are depositing something into a developmental account that will pay extraordinary returns for decades. That account is called secure attachment. The Minnesota longitudinal study followed individuals from infancy into their 30s. Children who developed secure attachment in infancy showed stronger emotional regulation, more satisfying relationships, greater resilience under stress, better mental health outcomes, and higher academic achievement than insecurely attached peers. Not because they were smarter. Because someone consistently showed up when they reached out. The baby who is received with warmth is building an internal model of the world. A model that says, when I reach out, someone is there. When I am overwhelmed, safety is available. That model becomes the template for every relationship they will ever have. Every friendship, every romantic partnership, every moment of vulnerability with another human being. You are not spoiling them. You cannot spoil a baby by responding to them. What you are doing is writing the first chapter of their understanding of what it means to reach for another person. And whether reaching is safe, none of this means you are required to be a human climbing frame every hour without limit. You are a person. Your body is yours. When you need to put your baby down, narrate it. I am putting you here for a moment. I am right here. Your voice continuing after the physical contact ends bridges the gap their nervous system experiences. Research consistently shows that it is not the interruption of physical contact that causes infant stress. It is unpredictable, unnarrated interruption. A baby placed down with warmth and words settles significantly faster than one placed down without transition. Take the 5 minutes you need. Breathe. Eat. And then come back, because that return repeated 1,000 times across the first years of life is its own message. I always come back. And the baby who knows that in their bones, in their nervous system, in the deepest architecture of their developing brain, grows into an adult who knows that reaching for another person is safe. That vulnerability is not weakness. That love does not disappear. When your baby climbs on you, they are asking you one question above all others. Am I worth reaching for? Make sure they know the answer is yes. If this changed the way you see the moment your baby reaches for you, share it with one parent who needs to hear it. And subscribe to WiseRoots Parenting because there is a lot more coming.